I think it's been, what, like 30 years now? It's been about a good 30 years since that whole administration was in office. It felt like yesterday, really. I'll never forget the protests, the persecution. I lost so many friends. We all did, really. And it was hard for a lot of people. I can't believe that was 30 years ago today. I remember especially the immigrants. I remember the kidnappings. They were scary. I remember the trans community especially. They really got persecuted. But the immigrants, they were taken in, kidnapped, detained. It was pretty bad, and so many of us protested against it. So many of us were so angry at what the country has become, or had become at the time. And we really thought that it was never going to be over. And then, I don't know what happened, but apparently Obama ran again. And so many votes came in for him. I don't know how that happened. Something in the system where they actually let it happen. And he ran for president for like a third term. And at first we were like, you can't do that. But then we were listening to this person, Trump, in office, saying that he was going to try and be in office forever. And so Obama took him up on it. And that saved all of us because he won. And things have changed ever since then. The climate is a lot better. People are able to be who they are without hurting others, and vice versa. No persecution. It's been beautiful here. We're actually for the people here. And especially when a lot of white people came together and fought white supremacy and dismantled it from the bottom up, because we kept telling them the only people who can do that are white people. And I may look white. I'm a Puerto Rican woman, but I did my part in protesting and resources and trying. So, we gave resources. I know I was out there. I was out there with the practice I worked for. We all helped them. I even got certified in, what was I doing? I actually got certified in the immigration assessments for those who were escaping the horrific persecutions in other countries and their lives are in danger. And this was to keep them in this country. And it was very difficult to do that because their lives are in danger here as well. Because when, I believe his name was Charlie Kirk, when he was assassinated back in 2025, that was like 30 years ago, a lot of us didn't have empathy for that because of his words. I know I was one of those people who didn't have empathy, but I do know that I did have empathy for his kids. Because that was screwed up. It wasn't their fault, you know. What actually happened was a person who was quite radical killed Charlie Kirk, and after that, they blamed a lot of the left, when in reality it was another white dude, probably with a mental illness, because anyone who's going to kill somebody like that is not sane. Okay. And he was able to have a gun. And I think it was his grandfather's gun from what I was reading. That was a long time ago. All I remember is that havoc broke loose there. And people were saying such horrific things about the left, and the left was saying horrible things about the right, that they called themselves, the right was MAGA, Make America Great Again. It was something that even Germans said in World War II Germany, I believe, many, many, many years ago. they said make Germany great again. It was one of those deals. And I do remember that Obama stepped up and said some things, some amazing things that a president should say. This president blamed everyone else, blamed leftists, said horrible things, wanted to hire more people that were angry about what happened to Charlie Kirk onto a program called ICE, which was the immigration program that I would call the brown shirts, because they were hiring just about anybody with, you know, waving a $50,000 in front of them to kidnap people. You know, it was a very scary time, but I do remember how Obama stepped in, and he reminded us how a president should sound. And it was really refreshing to see that. Wow, the whole Charlie Kirk thing was crazy because many people lost their jobs for displaying their lack of empathy. Like I said, I was one of them, but I didn't lose my job. Where I worked at the time, before I retired many years ago, I worked for a practice that pretty much knew where I stood. I was very transparent with them. So when people threatened to fire me, it really backfired because I didn't lie to these people about anything. I was who I was, I am who I am at the time, and that saved my ass. I'm an old lady saying ass. But, yeah, when Obama stepped in, that was it. And the country was totally saved, honestly, because a lot of us came together to wipe out white supremacy. It was a lot. People lost their lives. Places were blown up. It wasn't... The times were devastating, actually. But I think now we're in a better place.
At your command, a million thoughts run through you, concentric circles ever greater. But you have always known this is not all there is. To your questions there'll be answers. No need of sun to light the way. Across the ages we have reigned as we endured. Through the storm fronts we'll ever surely pass. We'll stand as a never-ending light. Let there be, let there always be, never-ending light. Oh, let there be, let there always be, never-ending